On today's episode of Fix It Your Motherfucker Self, we got a 2010 Ford Mustang, old pony car. Yeah, show y'all what you got to do in a minute here. Be back in a minute. Alright, what we normally have here on these punk ass motherfuckers is the old plastic thermostat housing. Yeah, look like somebody previously had tried to rig this up with some RTV and shit, but that didn't work out. So we're gonna take this bitch out of here and put a new one in. So holla at y'all in a minute. First we're gonna do is take out this tab right here, disconnect that from the mass airflow sensor. Might as well disconnect this son bitch too, cause we're gonna be removing the throttle body, but I'm probably gonna need both hands for that. Then disconnect that, and we'll holler at y'all in a minute. Well, instead of disconnecting this, we just unhooked it from right there, and then we're gonna disconnect that. And that should be about a 8mm or 5/16. So holler at y'all in a minute. Well, we also discovered just now, this little pipe right here. Pull that lever up and then should pop it off. Oh, here we go. So now we can remove this thing. Probably it's stuck on there, so we're gonna have to get a pick and break the seal. So we'll holler at y'all in a minute. Got one more tab on the throttle body, the electrical connector. Pull that red tab right there and pull it out, and then push down the tang and pull that bitch off. So now we got 4 8mm. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. As soon as we do that, this bitch should be ready to come off. We have to get that off because it's in the way of that. So holler at y'all in a minute. I mean, you see something like this, you can't just ignore that. You gotta clean that out. I mean, that's if you're a real mechanic. You can't just let the customer go out here looking like that. That's just nasty. So holler at y'all in a minute. Okay, get some old pliers or some vice grips. Get this old clamp off here. So we'll holler at y'all in a minute. Like I said, you're gonna get this hose off here. Then get these 3, 1, 2, and the back one back there. 8mm bolts. Take this off the thermostat housing. Yeah, and then, you know, that be that on this part anyway. So I'll try in a minute. Here's a great indication where it was time for this motherfucker to go. And it start breaking right here when you just touching it. So, you know, yeah, that's a great indication that, hey, it's time to get rid of this bitch. So we holler at y'all in a minute. Looking like we might have to take the tension off this belt and get this tensioner pulley off. I mean, not tensioner pulley, idler pulley. Anyway, so we holler at y'all in a minute. You'll probably get 3/8 down in that little hole right there. Take the tension off. Take a picture of the belt so you know how it goes on. Holler at y'all in a minute. Now to get that off, you're gonna need a 15mm. Yeah, so go holler at y'all in a minute. So y'all can see we got the new one in. It all plugged up. Now we're putting everything back together again. You know what I'm talking about? So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Now we got old Humpty Dumpty back together again. Now we gotta put some old coolant in here and bleed the system. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. All right, take the old keys and that sound means somebody's blend door is going bad. Yeah, turn that old heat. Holler at y'all in a minute. Well, as y'all can see, Humpty Dumpty back together again. Turn like a kitten. And there's no leaks, of course, because I'm the best. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out DJ Khaled. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we're going to put the hood down, go for a test drive, all that good shit. So, we'll holler at y'all in a minute. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes this episode of Fix It Your Motherfucker Self on this 2010 Ford Mustang. Till the next time, y'all be safe out there.